What's up, Bet Win Repeat? It's me, Detroit Lenny, here with another episode. It's Monday, January 13th. My hoodie's messed up. We are here. We are live. We are in full effect. We're streaming on a few different things. We're streaming on picks and parlays. We're streaming on winners and whiners. This hoodie is going to bug me, but whatever. We're all over the place. Welcome in. Whatever. We're not on. Anyways, welcome into the show. This is Bet Win Repeat. Stop Geo's in the house. What's up, Stop? This is interactive. Comment what you're into, what you like today, what you're questioning today, this, that, or whatever. Not a lot, but a lot. You know how that rolls with me. For those of you that know. Not a lot, but I feel like a lot. I don't know. But drop in the comment section what you're into. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. As always, wherever you're watching, hit the subscribe button, hit that like button. As always, drop in the comment section as also. Weekend-wise, NFL. We got a lot to talk about, but not a lot to talk about. I was not surprised by the Texans. Let's just start there. We were good on the Texans and the under in a teaser. We were good on the Texans plus points. We ended up taking the Ravens. We ended up just straight laying the points with the Ravens. We went back and forth on that, on that game. But we ended up taking the Ravens there. I'm in this playoff contest, just to give you an idea of it's like 1 point. You have to have a play in every game for the wild card, for every game in the playoffs, right? For NFL. You gotta either have a side or a total. You gotta have a play in every game. Okay. First half side or first half total, first half or full game side or full game total. Those are your options. 4 options every game. And every round is worth, like, say, a point or whatever. I think it increases per round is like 1 point, 2 points, 3 points, whatever, right? Anyways, we were right on the Texans. We took the Texans. We took the Ravens minus the points. That was kind of a sweat, but not really. I don't know. It felt like it in the third quarter for a second. For a second, I felt like that was a sweat. For a solid, not really, like a half a quarter maybe in the third quarter, I felt like that was a sweat. So started out strong, boom, boom. Saturday, Sunday, or Saturday games. Sunday games, we were on the Broncos. That was wrong. Thought for a quarter we were looking good, right? First quarter, 7-3. We were looking strong and mighty, man. And then the Bills just woke up. And that's okay. And that's cool. I thought, young team, Broncos. Young team got there. Sean Payton, I think, coached them up as much as he could. I thought they were going to get a little bit more than they did. A game just got away from them. It got away from them really in the second half. And it just, the score doesn't really reflect, I think, how much Denver was in that game, if that makes sense. But nonetheless, we lost that game. We lost the Bronco game. We were on the Eagles all day, every day. Holla. Commanders, here's the thing. We were on the Washington Commanders, right? We said this. We like the Commanders plus points. We like them on the money line. We said it from the get-go. We liked the over as well. We didn't get there on the over. And at the end of the day, for the contest purposes that I'm in, and I'm, me, I'm just sharing with y'all. I should have went. I should have, would have, could have, right? Should have went Washington, went back and forth about Washington or taking just the over. I knew it was one of those plays. I didn't realize until the last minute before the contest started that you could do first halves, and that kind of threw me for a loop. Not that I'm a big first half better, but the fact that it was available threw me for a loop. But whatever. I think the over in that Commanders game, let me tell you what it was. I'll tell you right now what it was, where for contest purposes, it was 50.5. And I took the over, and we didn't get there. We did not get there. We were a touchdown away. To be honest with you, I thought I thought both teams would have a touchdown more. So I could have saw this game ending 30-27 Washington. But I also feared that it could have ended 30-27 Tampa. Either way, I thought that's where we were going to be. And we kind of were on pace minus the first quarter. And I think both teams just kind of came out a little too fired up in that game. Just a little too aggressive, maybe. Either way, we didn't get there. We ended up going with the total and not the Commanders. Again, shoulda, woulda, coulda, right? The kicker is, here's the kicker in the contest, which again, it's not a big contest. It was $25 to enter. Okay. So I'm not sweating anything. Right. And in the money line contest, we made money. So we're playing kind of house money. Anyways, $25, but there's 25 people in it. So it's a nice little chunk change. But anyways, so we're in it. We're talking this, that, or whatever. And I realized right before I knew, I don't want to say it wasn't clear, but I just think that I didn't maybe understand it, whatever. Either way, each weekend, each round, so this was the wild card round, now the divisional round, you have to pick a best bet. They call it a lock. I don't want to call it a lock. I don't like using that word. I hate the word. It's a nasty 4-letter word. You will hear me say fuck on this show way more than you will hear me say lock. I just do not. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Like, I've been approached multiple times to do a whole ass show around Lenny's. Nope, don't want to do it. So I prefer to call it a best bet. Okay. Just one best bet. Every round. So I might have been a little, I don't want to, I got no excuses. There's no bullshit here. I'm just saying I would blame it on the damn kids. My oldest son drove in from Arizona for the weekend and kind of surprised us Friday and stayed the weekend. So it was great. I hung out with him all weekend. It was cool. We watched football, but I did kind of, I don't want to say hurry through my picks. I kind of knew what I was going to pick, but I forgot about the best bet. Until I'd already submitted Sunday plays and I was like, oh, hey, I can use that on Monday, right? And so I have to use my bet. Long story short, really not. I have to use my best bet tonight. I took the Rams. I like the Rams. We talked about this all last week. We liked the Rams before the wildfires in California. We liked the Rams more if they would have still played at SoFi Stadium. We like them a little less that they're playing in Arizona. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to get sick. I think I'm trying not to stay sick, son of a bitch. Oh, I think I missed it. Oh, no, I got it on the red. Doesn't count then. So I'm trying to get it. I'm on the Rams all day the other night. here's where I'm at on this Rams game. First of all, we love the teaser. We talked about that. Teaser, I got an 8.5, Rams plus 8.5, and over 40 in a teaser. We like points. We don't think either defense is very very. They're both kind of mid. Again, I'm gonna hear a lot of shit in the chat or the DMs after the. I'll tell you what, you guys ever, for those of you that watch this show live, and I appreciate each and every one of you because it is intended. It's a live show, right? You ever go back and watch the comments after? Some days there's way more after, and man, it's clapback 2025 though, so I'll let your boy. Anyways, they're kind of entertaining to be honest with you. A lot of them don't get past the cut. I don't know if they are public, because there's a lot of vulgar. You'd be surprised how many people just like, I just said I like the Rams. I mean, there'll be a Vikings fan, I'm assuming is a Vikings fan, because he will begin to tell me how dumb I am, how dumb my mother is, my bloodline, my kids, how all like they will just go in. Some of that shit don't make it past the whatever. But I'd love to clap back. But anyways, I like Matt Stafford in a big game. I don't like Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold hasn't proven me shit in a big game. Not Matt Stafford really a whole lot either. But I think they have kind of what I see here. Jermaine just says here, Rams just have too many weapons. I just think that's a fact, man. I just think they have too many weapons. Which reminds me here. Some bets I'm on. This is juicy at mine. I got it at minus 140. Shop your lines. You might be able to get it better. But I just took Kyron Williams over. Just anytime touchdown. Just over a half a touchdown. Anytime touchdown. I paired that also with the Rams money line. Because I think they just win the game. So if you want to parlay that, that's good plus money. Matt Stafford, I took over 1.5 touchdowns. Touchdown passes. I think he throws 2 because I think he gets points. And I think even if Kyron Williams gets a touchdown, it's maybe on a screen pass. He's kind of a slippery back, so I like that. I also took Aaron Jones anytime touchdowns at anytime touchdown at plus 125 as far as prop goes. I do think the Vikings are going to score. I don't think the Rams defense is very good. I mean, they're good. I don't think they're very great by any means. Again, mid-tier defenses. Mid-tier defenses going against better offenses. Both teams have better offenses than they do defenses. And both got weapons. Addison touchdown might not be a bad look. You might want to parlay some touchdowns, maybe some I think we're going to have points here. So however you want to get there, I think they're going to spread the ball around. I think I'm going to live bet this game because whoever gets a touchdown first, I'm taking them live to get another one. Because if what happens, this happens a lot in Chiefs games. Kansas City Chiefs, if Patrick Mahomes finds something in the defense early and often, for example, to Travis Kelce, and he scores right away on something, man, you hop on DraftKings. DraftKings is a perfect spot for this. Again, I'm not affiliated. No, the DraftKings ain't paying me, but holla at your boy if you want to. DraftKings at Detroit Lenny on Twitter. I think there's an underscore in the middle of Detroit and Lenny. Either way, I'm easy to find. Okay. But either way, I love this bet on DraftKings. But you can do live bets, prop bets, and you can do them for 2+ touchdowns. And if they already have one, you can do that live. And a lot of times you can get that real You know what I mean? Right from you can get that kind of like I don't want to say even money, but probably like low plus money, maybe even plus 150, and I'll take that. Because if they find something early and often, they will. This is a game I think Matt Stafford finds something early and often. If he can get like Cooper Cup, or if Cup gets one, you definitely want to live bet him to get another. You know what I mean? Because that's a mismatch. And if he starts spreading the ball around, I don't see Minnesota stopping nobody. They can't stop the run. That was proven. And I see a lot of Minnesota Vikings saying how they want uh, Detroit to beat Washington next week so they can play because they'd rather play Detroit than Washington. And I'm like, bro, do you realize you're not going to get past the Rams tonight? Fuck next week, bro. Next week you can go golfing. Next week, rent a yacht. You got money? Get a jet ski, maybe. I don't know. You can do whatever. You do you, Pikachu, but you know how that rolls. But you talking about who you want to play the week after the week? And Washington fans, let me say this, Washington fans. Commander fans, I'm with you the whole way. Whole way. I'm with you the whole way, Commanders fans, all year long. I've been calling for Jaden Daniels Rookie of the Year. I think he's a great young quarterback. I think they have a quarterback of the future. I think he's going to be a prominent force in the NFL. I think he was the best quarterback in the NFL drafted last year. I think he's a great young quarterback. But calm down, pump the brakes. He's going to be a problem. I said this before. I said this weeks ago, talking about playoff stuff. I said this all last week. The Commanders are going to scare me because the Lions traditionally do not do well with mobile quarterbacks. And Jaden Daniels is a playmaker. He's just a playmaker. Bottom line, he's a baller. At the end of the day, you want the ball in his hands, right? 2-minute drive. And if the Lions are up by like a touchdown going in the fourth quarter, I'll be scared. I'll be shitting bricks because I don't want him to have an opportunity. He's a baller. But here is the problem. He is still a rookie. And I get you went into Tampa. You went into Tampa and you beat Tampa. And you know what? You know what you get, Jaden Daniels? And this is with all due respect. You know what you get. What's on a cookie? You get a cookie. That's what you get. But now you got to come into Detroit and you got to play in a dome in a playoff atmosphere where these dudes expect to bite your kneecap off. And if you think there's a fight on the field, come to the parking lot. Like, we're ready to go. I don't like the over. It's too high. But I think the Lions win by double digits. We all know that. But I can't do the over is like ridiculous. It's 50. Hold on, I'll tell you right now. 55? I think the Lions can score 30 on their ass. So do the math. I worry about the 8 and I got it at 8.5, just so you know. I got the Lions at 8.5. I don't hate a Lions teaser to get it under 3. And that total is going to fall in the high 50s. So I would go under, tease it up to 61 and go under. That's what I would do on that Lions game. But we're talking about tonight. So I'm on Matt Stafford over 2 touchdowns, or he's got to throw over 1.5 touchdown passes. Aaron Jones anytime touchdown, and I'm on Kyron Williams touchdown. I'm also on a teaser with the Rams to 8.5 and over. I'm on the Rams straight up. I guess let's go Matt Stafford. You know. And then I hope they beat Philly. I do. Hey, Philly scares the shit out of me too. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not talking about Philly because I want to get past Washington first, one step at a time. And Dan Campbell said it in a press conference today. Jaden Daniels is a problem. I mean, he's a threat. I mean, he is a problem. So let us know what you're into in the chat for this Vikings Rams game. Let me go through the chat, see where we're at. Stafford experience will be the key in this game. I agree. I think that's a big key in this game because I think I think all things being equal in the defense, I still give the offense of an advantage. Slight wide receiver room, you can give us actually all the way around. You can give advantage, except for maybe the tight end. Offense, slight advantage. Minnesota maybe. Quarterback advantage the Rams. So, and the Rams play good in Arizona. I know it's always against Arizona Cardinals, but they do play. That's like home away from home. I'm hoping they get up for the LA area. Playing. We talked about this last week. No disrespect intended, but we played the devastation card. We play the tragedy card, and that is a tragedy, and it is devastating what's happening out there. But Buddy Hield. Oh shit, here we go. Oh shit, we're on some NBA. Oh, stop. Geo took a left turn. Okay. All right. So I don't have much NBA tonight, to be honest with you. Actually, more NBA than I probably should. I don't know why this has on there. This keeps showing up on there. One of these bets I'm on Toronto in this game. You're talking about this? Wait. Buddy held alternate over 2.5 assists at plus 190 on ESPN bet since being inserted as a starter. He's cashed this in 5 of the last 5 games overall. Head-to-head to career versus Toronto. He's also cashed this in 6 of 8. Got to take the alt line. That's where the value is. We talk about it. It's about the value. Value. We will talk about value in this show. And I need to get my beard trimmed up again because I'm starting to look homeless. Here we go. Just do that. Thank you. So I'm on Toronto. Okay, here's what I'm on. I'm just going to go down the list of NBA that I'm on. Minnesota and Washington. I'm on the over. I got it at 222. I see it at 223 now. Shop your lines. I got it at 222 even. 222. I talked about Toronto. I'm on the Raptors. I got that at plus 6. I see 6.5 now. Whatever. Knicks Pistons. I lean Knicks, but I didn't bet it because the Pistons are kind of hot. And I felt a little dirty doing it. So I didn't do it. I didn't love it. So it is what it is. Memphis and Houston. I'm on the over in this game. 234.5 is what I got it at. And that's terrible now because it's at 232 points lower now at 232. But 232.5 now. But either way, I like the over in that game. Memphis plus 3.5 is what I got as well. I'm on that as well. Stop what you're doing because I'm about to ruin. NBA teasers. I've been dabbling. We'll talk a little bit more about that. Lakers and the Spurs. I'm on the over. I got it at 220.5. I see 221.5 now. So I beat about a point there. I'll take it. I'm also on the Spurs plus points. I dabble in the Spurs. I thought about the Spurs money line, but I took the points. I see you can get fours now some spots, but I got 3.5. And then the Clippers and the Heat game. I don't have anything in that game. I don't. So it is what it is in that game. I don't like it. It seemed. Oh, I'm like, who's home? My wife's home. Lenny, how you doing? It's Francisco. What up, brother? What's happening, my man? How you been? How's it going? How's Chicago? Cold? My cousin sent me a picture from the other day. He was like, from Detroit, man. It's cold. Rams defense is ranked what? Not good. I know that. Vikings do not want any smoke. They don't want none of that. I don't think they do. I think Dan Campbell's gonna kind of own Kevin O'Connell down the road. By the way, Bears fans, Francisco, what are your thoughts on the Bears coaching vacancy? Do you want Mike McCarthy? Now, I mean, let's talk about that. Dallas Cowboys fire Mike McCarthy. I mean, it's shocking. Honestly, I think Mike McCarthy kind of just, I don't know what anybody thinks when they go to Dallas. Like, what do you really believe Jerry Jones is going to let you do what you want to do? Or do you really think that he's going to not just like micromanage? And if you're okay with being micromanaged, I mean, is that like why? I still don't understand why Mike McCarthy went there. And all these people on national media talking about how the Cowboys are such a hot spot, like a lot of coaches will want to go there. Who the wants to go there? Like seriously, to be micromanaged. If an established coach with an established name and record and resume, why would he want to go there? What? Because you got who? You got CD Lamb in his prime. Great. You got an overpaid Prescott. And your line, and your defense, and Micah Parsons is looking for a new home, I think. And by the way, wouldn't it be ironic if he signed with the Lions by some sort after all that shit he said about who would want to come to Detroit? And blah, blah. We remember. We kept the receipts. We don't want you. I hope the Gotti doesn't come here. I don't. I don't. I don't want him. I don't. There's better ways to spend the money. And we have money. But either way, who do you want as a coach? Like, who Chicago media say? I hear Mike McCarthy. I do. I personally don't think he's a good coach. I really don't. I don't think he's a great coach. I hear Robert Saleh. So I don't say his name right, so I apologize. But I don't know if I can get by. Like, if Aaron Glenn leaves, I want him as my defensive coordinator. But I don't know if he's going to be a great head coach. I think he deserves another shot at a head coaching job because I think the Jets, he never stood a chance there. Once Aaron Rodgers got there, he was fucked. But he got cracked a couple times. Problem is, we ain't got nobody to do that cracking. We're just, I mean, we do. Don't get me wrong, we do. I worry though that a mobile quarterback, when props come out, I'll be looking at his his rushing yards, rushing attempts. Our linebacking core needs somebody to step up. Alex Anzalone, he's back, and that's great. But I mean, we are depleted on defense, so I don't want to say I'm not worried about the secondary, because I don't want to give nobody no bulletin board material type shit. Like all those fans talking about, we want Detroit, we want Detroit, we want Detroit. Okay, okay, no problem. Ding dong, your package has arrived. Amazon free delivery. Actually, we don't have to deliver. You can come get it. You can come catch this ass whooping. I think they rank like they average the Washington defenses. I saw somebody or something that they allow an average of over 130. I want to say like 134, but 130 something, over 130 yards on the ground per game. And I'm like, ooh. And I saw what Saquon Barkley did to him. And I think Jamari Gibbs. And now David Montgomery will be back. I think that game is going to go under because I think they're going to ground. I think the Lions are going to ground and pound, and they're going to keep Jaden Daniels. They have to keep him off the field. That's the only way to beat him, in my opinion. I just think he's too powerful, and he has the capability to make. He's a gamer, and he's a big playmaker. He's a difference maker, and if you don't give him the opportunity to make a difference, then you win the game. That's how you beat Jaden Daniels. And by the way, that's not a hot take by any means. I mean, no hot take here. That's pretty much common knowledge, and that's why I think it's going to be boring, but it's going to be, I don't want to say it's going to be boring, but it's probably going to be Philly and the Lions in Detroit, NFC Championship, just like we thought it would be all year long. And that'll be the road to the Super Bowl, is right there. So we wanted the road to come through Detroit. We talked all that shit. Here it is. Holy shit. Brandon's here. I was wondering where the hell you've been. How the hell you been? How the hell you doing? Brandon's in the house. Lions and the Bills, Super Bowl, I think. You know, I said this, right? I got all kinds of shit from actually a friend of mine that I don't know if we're friends right now because we almost fought after that game, man. Buffalo whooped our ass. And I don't want to say they whooped our ass, right? Because I think we were kind of like we had an opportunity at the end, but the revenge tour for Dan Campbell would be sweet. You know, the rematch. Buffalo, Detroit. Somebody's O's got to go. I mean, there's a lot of teams that don't have, the Commanders do not have a Super Bowl. You know, there's some storylines here. But you know, it's as good as Buffalo is, they still got to prove to me what they've never been able to do. And it's beat Baltimore in the playoffs or beat Kansas City in the playoffs. In Kansas City. At the end of the day, great. You know, they have to play Baltimore, which is going to be a fucking great game. I mean, that's just going to be a great game. And I love that it's in Buffalo, but come on. Lamar Jackson's got a fighting chance. I mean, he's got a fighting chance because it's Lamar Jackson. I'm not taking, but until Buffalo wins that game, I don't know if I can say, and then they still got to go to Kansas City. So if that happens, if this matchup happens, I love our chances. I love us in an underdog spot. I love us as an underdog. As soon as we become really big favorites, I'm afraid we'll lose our edge. Straight real talk right there. That's a worry of mine. Happy New Year, Brandon. Happy New Year. What's happening? 2025, Brandon. Brandon, 2025 is going to be a positive year. Now, 2024, you take that negative shit, you leave it in 2024 last year in that show. You leave it in that one. 2025 will come in with that positivity. Yo, what up, Doe? Let's cash. What up, Doe Warren? What's happening? Buffalo. Lamar is James Harden in the playoffs. I get it. It's like, but Josh Allen, you could make that argument that way too. I mean, it's like the Spider-Man meme, where they're all like, and Joe Burrow, Lamar, and meanwhile Patrick Mahomes is like, man, at the end of the day, Kansas City's, I mean, they might not have been as sexy as they have in the past in winning and dominant, but they still hold the crown. They are the kings, kings of the AFC, kings of the NFL. So let them keep coming. And I've said this since the beginning of the year. I want the Chiefs. I do. I want the Chiefs. I want to beat the best. I want to take the crown from the king. You know what I mean? I don't want no excuses. So as much as I would love to play Buffalo and beat the shit out of them, I'd love to also text my Buffalo fan friend and just be like, damn, would have been nice to have revenge, but you just can't get there, can you? And whatever. We for sure would not be friends, but I'm spiteful like that. I don't give a shit. Anyways, I'm horrible. They think trying to keep off a teaser with that 55. I know they are. They're trying to keep me off of that shit. And I don't like that 55. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Fives in the NFL, bad number. Bad. I don't like 5 spread. I told y'all when I went against the Eagles and the Packers, I want it at 5.5. I wanted it at 5.5, 6. Or 4.5. 5, and I won't bet it. As soon as I took Eagles -6 or 5.5. It got up to where as long as it was over 5, and I was fine with that. And 50, they're trying to keep a brother off that teaser for sure. They know what's up. They know what's up with the get down, because they'll give it to you on the side, but they won't give it to you on the fucking total. They know what's up with the get down, for sure. For sure. Yeah. I'm sure there's like a whole damn board meeting, like a Zoom meeting right now. Probably with DraftKings, like, look, bet when repeat dog, he's trying to come through with another teaser. And I've just been hitting my teasers. And we've been making money all college football playoffs, we did it. NFL playoffs, we are too. Same game teaser. Just side and total. Whichever way you want to go. This round, we did not do what we did before. I did not do I'm looking for a touchdown prop and a money line. I'm looking for that parlay. 2-team parlays. 2 and 3-team parlays have been paying bills. Making car payments over here. You know what I'm saying? Dollar bills. Naylor over 1.5 catches. Okay. I don't have a problem with a lot of props tonight. We've seen some unders in the NFL playoffs. I just don't think we see that tonight. In a standalone Monday night NFL game, I think, and I'm going to look at let me look at the public right now, because I'm going to be public as shit right now on this total. Spread. By the way, we started at 2.5. It did dip down for a solid second, and then money came back on the Rams and or on the Vikings, I should say. But 54% of the bets, 54% of the money is on the Vikings. Okay, so that not a lot of difference there. Tells me that line's about right. So Who has the ball last? Maybe that's the type of situation we look at. There's a lot of props that you can go funky on some props. You can get really funky on some props. I told you I was public. 75% of the bets and 74%, at least it's consistent. 75% of the bets, 74% of the money on the over. Which scares the shit out of me because everybody and their brother bet the over and it never moved. So there's that. Needless to say. I took the over in a teaser too, but I like points and catches. I don't hate this right here because you don't need points. He doesn't need to score. He doesn't need yards. And he's a possession receiver. I'm looking for it right now. Yeah, I can get it at minus 115. 130 in some spots, so shop your lines. But it's 115 to 130 is what you can get that. I don't hate that bet at all. Lakers and the Rockets. What did I say? Oh, you like the Rockets tonight? I don't like that Laker game. I kind of like the Spurs. I'm on the Spurs, so took the Pistons. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I saw 7.5. I'd lean Knicks. I think it's close. That number's about right. I can't really. I hope for the Pistons. You know what I mean? But I can't. I still don't trust them. I'm glad that they're hot. Tough call, but no one is giving the Vikings much credit after a couple of these playoff games. Who knows? But I think the Vikings will put it out. Love your input. Appreciate it, Bob. Here's the thing about the Vikings. They're kind of in the same boat Buffalo is. They have always a good year. Or not, I don't say always, but you know what I mean? They're a good team. Remember when Kirk Cousins was the problem, right? And then they draft JJ McCarthy, and then he gets hurt, and their season was over. They thought, right? Yeah, I mean they did. And then Sam Darnold comes through like this is the best Sam Darnold's ever played, ever. So he's having a career year. I just wait for the bubble to burst. I think they peaked, and I think the Lions exposed them in defense a little bit. And for a banged up Lions defense to do that to them, I think other teams are going to be able to duplicate that. I mean, this league is full of plagiarism. You know, it's just copycat league. And I think that, it's like you just saw this. And I'm not giving the Vikings credit. I think the defense is just mid. And I don't know. I could be wrong. I hope to God I'm not wrong, but whatever. You taking Cade props or pros? I'm not. I don't do a whole lot of NBA props. I ain't gonna lie unless this guy gives them to me right here. You're somebody. So, but I'm staying off that Knicks game. Knicks Pistons biggest play of this upcoming weekend, and it's square as hell. It's 100%. It's 100%. It's 100% squares. Oh, get up. 100%. And you know what, though? You'll sweat both of them probably. But I don't trust. I can't take the Commanders. Like, I feel sacrilegious. And I don't know about Houston. Like, I think they give Kansas City some problem, but I won't. Again, what did we see all year from Kansas City? Here's what we saw all year from Kansas City. They win, but they don't really cover. Not big numbers. So right here, this is like I'll probably 5 unit this. I'll be honest with you. I'll hit it with the hand of God. 5-fingered, you know, have to Charlie Murphy that shit. I mean, I'll have to call it the Charlie Murphy part. So, yeah, have you guys, I told you my kid was in town for the weekend. So one night, I think it was Friday night or Sunday, I don't know, after football, whatever. My wife's like, "Oh, we'll watch some Netflix comedy special." And we'll put it on, we're playing. And we watched, everybody know who Gabriel Iglesias is, Fluffy, so we're all watching it. And I don't know, there's a part where he talks about like the days of the week. It's a new comedy special on Netflix, whatever. It's funny. I don't give it away, but he talks about like slap a whole Sunday or whatever. And I was like, oh, slap a parlay Sunday. My wife didn't find it funny. Anyways, Knicks on a back-to-back. I get it. I don't trust the Pistons to come through. I'm like a beaten dog. I'm gonna flinch. I don't know. I just can't do it. That's my team. Memphis is not my team. See, we talked about this. 2025, we got to formulate whole ass sentences. That's my team. Memphis is not my team. I don't even know what sport you're talking. If you're talking NBA, I'm on Memphis. Watkins, I don't know where the fuck you're going with that. But I don't know. I like both of those. Love the Pistons spread even more if Brunson sits. That's the thing. I can't get on that early. That's my problem with the NBA in general. Is I don't hate the Pistons with Brunson sitting or some props like you talked about, Bill McDonald talked about. I don't hate that at all, but then watch it. As soon as I do it, he's going to play and then light it up and then they don't show up and then whatever. But if I don't play it, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't here, especially in the NBA. But that's a broken record right there. Heat and the Clippers are a pass. Fair. Yeah. No, thank you. I don't, yeah, no, thank you. We just moved to Cornwall. It's warm here and it's kind of cold in Houston. Okay, you moved. Okay, I'm back on board. Vikings want the Lions. I know. I know they do. And you know what? I'll be damn. I mean, listen, when you have to play somebody 3 times in 1 year, 1 season, whether it be 2 in the regular season and 1 in a playoff, it's hard on both teams. Both teams. And I don't know if there's advantage or disadvantage to some. I mean, at some point, you would have to think the Vikings, who lost both games, would think, okay, yes, they have a revenge factor, but like, dude, you should have figured that out after the first loss. And then after the first loss, you kind of looked worse. So and now it's in the same spot. So I don't know how to feel. I know I'm biased there because of Lions fans, but at the same sense, I don't know how you make an argument. Like, how does a non-biased person, somebody who's not a Vikings fan and not a Lions fan, make it make sense to me? Because the revenge factor doesn't really play now. But wouldn't this be some shit that, after the regular season, all that matters is the one in the playoffs, which is true. So you can throw out the 2-0. Oh, what we did in the regular season does not matter. I got like my cold went from here to like my ear. So I got like an earache. I'm dying, folks. Yeah, Brunson out would help. I like the spot as the Knicks just had the blowout. Yep. 1-3 against the spread on back-to-backs this year. Look at you guys. Just, yeah, all right, fine. Fine. All right, fine. I'm in. This is the kiss of death. Like, boom. I can't get 8, though. I get 7 at even money, or I can get 7.5 at minus 110. That's boring. I'm on the Pistons. I don't feel good about it. You want me to get my Pistons hat out? That make it better? Shit. Oh, it's the red one. It's the red one. Oh, shit. Now we're totally going to win. Bad boys for life. All right, we're on the Pistons. Let's get on Cade props too. Fucker. Holy moly, 40? 40 Bill McDonald to 40? I feel like I should scroll down to the bottom of this chat because I'm way behind. But then I know there's 12 comments from Brandon. So maybe I'm not behind. You know how that works. 40? Oh, 41 in some spots. All right. I'm going, but I'm only going halfway. Oh, 117. I have Unity some NBA props. We know this. Notre Dame minus 11, begging you to take. I don't want to talk too much about this game because I am going to do until we get closer down the week to it. Our guy Sean Higgs, who I know is probably wondering, I have free picks with him in 7 minutes. I see him in the chat. He's going to give you a free pick on this game. It should probably be out next week, or not next week. The game's next Monday. It'll be out later in the week, but I mean, as far as in a teaser goes, they're begging you. Yeah. Well, Notre Dame's not minus 11 anymore. I don't know. But minus 8 now. That's what I got on ESPN. But it's a teaser. I mean, it's right away. It's Notre Dame in the over. Because I do think Notre Dame's going to actually score. I don't. Ohio State, fucking can't stand them. The Redskins rush defense, love it, love it, love it. Redskins rush defense has been ass, but it's also gotten better over the last 2 or 3 weeks. Facts. And I don't hate. Listen, I think the play action will come. I don't think anybody. I think everybody's going to have a problem stopping the Lions' offense from a defensive standpoint. Left in the playoffs, I think the Redskins are going to have a very hard time, stopping the offense of. I think it comes down to who stops whose offense. I know that sounds so John Madden and mansplain, but for real, if the Lions can slow Jaden Daniels down and somewhat keep him off the field and control the clock, they don't have to necessarily run it down their throat, but just chunk. They don't need chunk plays. They just need first downs. They need, and the Lions are very good at that. 4 or 5 yard receptions, 4 or 5 yard runs. They just nitpick at you and they never go away. And they're a gritty team. I know that sounds like a damn marketing employee, but it's gonna be a good game. And honestly, I like the Redskins. Can we just say that? Because he said it. I could say it. I don't hate the Redskins first half. I don't. Lions are a second half team. I'm doing okay. I'm just getting ready for rodeo this year. We just moved to. Uh, you just moved to the you're going to the rodeo. Holla. All right. Um, these props or lines are tough as hell. These games, to be honest, they are booked out. What's the playoffs? There's less action, or not less action, but less uh things to choose from, less games to choose from. So they're gonna be dialed in a lot of these spreads. The money we made in the NFL is, I don't want to say it's over, but don't be the guy, and I'm not saying you are, but I'm just for all of you other ones, everybody else is what. Don't be the guy that goes out there and made a little bit of money on the NFL this year. You made a couple grand, and now you want to blow it all on the playoffs. Stay to your bankroll management. Stay to your however you got there. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Stay the course and make money through the playoffs. Don't try and double up. There's no reason to pull a Johnny Drama and go in there and go all in on black or whatever. And just throw it all in and hope the ball bounces your way. I did not hear that. Yes, that's kind of what I do for a living. Hawkinson, anytime touchdown. Yeah, I don't hate also both quarterbacks to throw a pick. I don't. You get everybody knows how I feel about Matt Stafford and his interception props. They're money. And I think Sam Darnold, and I think you both get there by a tip ball, maybe. I don't think it's like a I don't think it's like an ugly pass, so to speak. It's just a bullshit ass type thing. But I wouldn't be opposed to like a parlay on something like that. You can get down. I mean, to each their own. I'm not gonna sit here and go through all the props that you should do, but like get in your book, play around with it. That's kind of the angle I'm going. I'm taking pets. What? How you doing, man? I'm going back to Morningwood. Hope all is good. Allie is good. Surprised Craig didn't make you a capper. No, Craig's gone. Craig's moved on to other things, or whatever. He's over at another place there doing his thing, which it's easy to find, so don't make me say it. Allie's doing her thing. I talked to her. We were actually going to get together the other day, a couple weeks ago, actually, I should say, not the other day. But she had some shit going on, had to help her mom with some stuff. So, but she's good. It's all good in the hood. You know, same shit, different day kind of situation. We're here Monday through Friday, 5 o'clock Eastern. We might move our show up a little bit, actually, moving forward in 2025. But there's some stuff we got to pan out this week. So, this week I'll let you know. We might move the scheduled programs around. Speaking of Sean Higgs, for those of you that don't watch Sean Higgs' Midday Money Show, you can now watch it on the Picks and Parlay YouTube channel. You can watch it on Winners and Winers YouTube channel. You can watch it on Sean Higgs' YouTube channel. It's syndicated across all three channels at guess what time? Noon Eastern. So, catch Higgs 7 days a week. The man never sleeps. Hardest working man in show business. Ravens to the moon. If depending on how we play against Washington, I ain't afraid of Lamar. If we are able to contain Jaden Daniels, big if, and keep him off the field and play the way and win that game handedly, I am not afraid of Baltimore. I'm not. I'm more afraid of Derrick Henry. But I want Kansas City. It is what it is. I think Flores is hyped too much. How good of defense coordinator do you think he is? I think he's a little hyped. But I think he's good. I think he's a bubble. I think he's a bubble guy. You know, I mean, I think in the right, I hate to say it, but I think in the right system, I think he could be all right. I'm gonna wrap up through here, blow through some of these. Brandon says he's having a good weekend. I was watching text game baseball. You ready for baseball season? You and me both. We can agree on this, Brandon. Mark this down. January 13th, Monday, 2025. This might be the only time we agree, but I can't wait for baseball season now because I know football's winding down. I think Higgs is doing a prop show for the game tonight. If you stop by, I was haggling him about a little two-leg collab prop parlay. We'll make it a three-legger if you're there, Len. Tonight, I'll have to talk to him. Don't take BC. It's college basketball. What the fuck are you two talking about? I just loaded site plus total premiums, but I'll give one of them out for a free pick. Look at that guy. See this guy? He's a man of the people, this guy. You guys call me the people's degenerate. This guy's the people's handicapper right here. He looks out for you. And I'll tell you what, all bullshit aside, not a lot of handicappers do that. This guy, he's a man of the people. He's all right. This guy, he's all right too. He's Sean Higgs' number one fan. Brandon, he is in charge of Sean Higgs' fan club. He's the not only is he the president, but he's also the founder. He's the man, for sure. I usually bet $1 per unit. And that Kansas City Lions teaser. Hey man, run at that shit. Right. I'm just pizza money. Okay. Do you miss the Hawkins? Nope. I don't, because I like Sam Laporta. I think he's younger, is cheaper. I don't mean that in a mean way, but it's a business. They traded him away with the intentions of drafting Sam Laporta, and Sam Laporta has statistically working out better than TJ Hawkinson. And I think it fits right in with those young guys. Like he's part of that St. Brown, Jamar Gibbs. He's part of those guys. He's part of that younger clique that was drafted, and he fits right into the mold of what they want to do. And he's a blocking tight end. He's got hands in space. He's a problem. Little younger, and from a business aspect, rookie contract cheaper. I hear you. I will tell Miss Allie you said hi. I will for sure. Oh, come on now, Liz. Don't get carried away. Yeah, fair. But I think I'm not afraid of Jalen Hurts. That's the thing. I am afraid of Saquon because you want to get in the way of Saquon. But again, we're talking potential matchup Super Bowl. If it was Baltimore, I'm not really afraid of Lamar as much because we already got past Jaden Daniels. I'm really talking it out loud, not as afraid as Derrick Henry because I've just gotten past Saquon Barkley to get there. So if I've already gotten past that style of quarterback and that same style of running back, basically Baltimore is Philly and Washington put together offensively. So if I've already gotten past those, I'm really not afraid of Baltimore as much as I am Kansas City. I know that just doesn't sound good. Number one handicapper in college football on the site, folks. Hey, but I'm going to say it just like Sean Higgs would say it. Hold on. Sean Higgs impression incoming. And then I got to wrap it up because I'm late. 5 minutes late. Number one college football handicapper on the site, folks. Number one on the site, folks. That's exactly how I would say it. 147 wins. Money. They don't call him the plus dollar daddy for nothing. That's what we call Mr. Sean Higgs. He loves Brandon. Love the guy. Love it. Can't wait for him. Want to hit the rodeo to see him. You should. I would love to see pictures of Brandon and Higgs at the rodeo. I mean, stop it. Don't tease us. How about Steve? How about Steve? Fuck is Steve? How about CJ Stroud? Are you afraid of him too? At the beginning of the year, I was afraid of Houston. But the way we played them, I'm not afraid of Houston. No. I'm dressing for winter. He went to a different team. I don't even know what the fuck that means. All right. So on that note, I gotta go. Good luck unless you're against us. I'll see you on the next one. Higgs, I know you're watching. I'm gonna give me 15 minutes. 15 minutes. I'll see you. Goodbye. Peace. Tomorrow, 5 o'clock.